Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? We are back with another episode of the Steel Factory podcast, episode 208.
Yo,
Joined
what's
by
up?
my co-host today. You didn't wait
What's
for me,
up?
man.
My bad, my boy.
Not bad,
My
my boy.
You took a long pause, but it's whatever.
But how's it feel to be 1-0, guys?
I feel like I'm in a dream. I never thought I'd
Who
see
would
the
have
day.
thought it? I did, though. I thought.
You didn't. You barely.
Jeez, by 1 point off.
that was a homer ass take, and you knew
No,
it.
I like how we were on pace too for going into halftime. The halftime was 17-6, right? And I said 17-16 we'd win. I was actually feeling pretty good. But damn, what a way to win it. You guys don't know by now. It took a last second field goal by Chris Boswell for the Steelers to win this game after leading, like I said, 17-6 at halftime. But wow, what a performance by the defense. I can't say the same for the offense though. Any initial thoughts?
I mean, it wasn't
Great
just
defense.
What's up, good?
One of the greatest defensive performances of all time.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
Quite literally. Like
I haven't seen. Go.
TJ looked ridiculous. He looked better than last year, which is massive.
Well, we'll get into the injury status in a bit, but yeah, that's like the best I've seen our defense since we were competing for Super Bowls. To be honest, to hold the Bengals' high-powered offense to 6 points in one half. I mean, eventually they're gonna get theirs, right? They're that good. But to first force Joe Burrow into so many turnovers, I mean, at that point it's not fluky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we made Joe Burrow look like a third stringer out there. He looked terrible.
Yeah.
Third
So many
stringer.
turnovers.
He looked like TJ looked like a man amongst boys. He was fucking schooling those kids.
Oh yeah, and then Alex Highsmith on the other side had 3 sacks too.
Yeah,
Everyone
it
all
went
around
crazy.
was balling.
Yeah,
Minkah was probably the show though.
Oh,
think won the show.
Minkah won us the game. I mean,
oh, yeah, he set the tone with the pick six.
he put 6 up for us, and he blocked the extra point to get us to overtime. What a game, man! Dude, it felt like that stupid Lions game last year that we tied, where each team had their own opportunities to seal it, and they just never did it. But then finally, it took a 53-yarder from Chris Boswell to do it. Oh my god, that was just so stressful, and
In overtime.
I all this offseason I couldn't have prepared for that. You know what I mean? As a fan, I couldn't. It was too much stress. I don't know how to prepare for that.
That's like 5 games of drama rolled into one.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Just the fourth quarter and overtime was crazy.
Fuck, imagine that's like a week 16 game or something. You're fucking
Jesus, I know a fucking playoff game. Imagine. Oh my gosh, but yeah, I mean, it really just took our defense to win that game. Let's get into the offense though, and what didn't go right. Because there was, I don't know, it just felt like lack of execution, start to finish. I can't blame it all on Mitch as much as I want to, just so Kenny could get out there. The run game looked pretty whack. Pass protection did not look that good. I mean, there was only 1 sack, right? But at the same time,
Yeah.
too, it's like Mitch is getting rid of the ball really quick. It really looked like our offense from last year, and it's like, okay, why did we? I mean, we had to make a change at quarterback. Ben was going to retire, but like Matt Canada's offense was supposed to open up, right? And I'm not seeing anything. What do you guys think?
It just didn't feel like much of a difference
Yeah.
from last year.
Play
I felt like
calling
I was watching the same thing.
is predictable. It was
yeah.
predictable.
I think there were a few things like we use Claypool a lot more than, at least in that sort of like running back kind of way. Than we normally would
Wasn't
have.
there a double reverse?
Yeah,
One
exactly.
led to a
Shevsky?
Claypool run, right? And then there was like a triple reverse flea flicker to
Pat.
Mitch, and he threw it down to Pat. That was a
was a
sick
nice
play.
play.
That was nice. That was nice.
When I saw that, I thought the playbook was opened up finally.
Right?
Yeah.
And it took like the second quarter and for us to get the ball like at the 40 or whatever. Oh my god.
I think they were hoping that would be a touchdown.
Right?
They kind of
But
struggled
even
to score
then,
on that
that
drive.
was like Pat caught the ball, I want to say by like the 15, not even close to the end zone,
Yeah.
right? He had
I
a
think he got
run some
tackled
to
at the
get us
10
to
or
the goal
something.
line. But But that was a nice play. That was the big positive. Um,
I think the best thing about this game, at least as far as our offense goes, is we definitely saw the talent out there. I think Pat looked really good. I think Deontay looked amazing. He had that one catch with the one hand.
In
oh,
overtime.
that's catch the game.
Yeah,
He's left-handed. It actually was
was-
the number one play of the week for the NFL.
I'm not
on ESPN.
surprised, dude. That looked like a mixture of
Left-handed.
the AB toe tap and like the Odell reach back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was crazy.
That
was
was
crazy.
that was beautiful. We definitely see the raw talent there. You know, we just need to get the execution down. We need the game planning down. And I saw an interesting take here, right? So, it's well known that the offense really got its spark last year once we got into the 2-minute drive and Ben was calling the plays, right? And once we got into the 2-minute drill at the end of overtime, and Mitch was, calling it, we were able to move the ball some. So, do y'all think this is really a Matt Canada thing? And how much of a leash do you put Canada on? Because this is his last year under contract, right?
I hope so.
I'm gonna get the numbers right.
I
don't-
wouldn't want to bring him back regardless of what happens the rest of the year. I think
Yeah.
it's time to just go out and get someone from a different team, someone that's not from Pittsburgh or associated in any way with Pittsburgh, honestly.
we're getting too much homegrown talent, huh?
I mean, just because he coached at Pitt doesn't mean he has to coach for us. Like, let's
Definitely.
go out and go
He
get
only
someone from
coached
the
1
Rams or
year at
something.
Pitt, and then he went somewhere else, right? I don't know, man.
He went to Maryland, I think. Wasn't
Maryland?
he McFarland's coach in college?
Was he? What the fuck? Well, McFarland's on the practice squad, so what difference does it make? Yeah, I hopefully with time, but yeah, the offense just looked dry for more than 4 quarters, you could say. You know what I mean? Besides like couple jet sweeps here and there, which we saw all last year. We just added another extra handoff, another sense of misdirection in there. I need to see more, man. And our defense could only do so much when they're on the field like 40 minutes of the game. And I believe the time of possession difference, including overtime, was like 43 to like 26 or something like that.
That's terrible.
That is terrible, and that's going to lead to injuries like, TJ Watt. They're on the field that much. It increases their chance for injury. And we got to get it together, man. I mean, how many? Let me just put this out there. How many more games of Mitch playing like this do you give him until we see the rookie?
Honestly, if he's not turning the ball over and we're winning, they're not gonna pull him.
That's
But
the
if-
realistic, decision, I think, though. That's what kind of scares me. It's like, how long are we gonna get by with a quarterback that's just not turning the ball over and only putting up 13 points in regulation?
Yeah,
Probably
it's
the
not
whole year.
ideal.
Oh yeah. What if we could win like that though? That'd be something. But in this league with the offense, you see, freaking just throw it over to the AFC West. I saw Justin Herbert freaking lighting it up in the first half or whatever. He was like 17 for 20 for like almost 300 yards already just in the first half. And we don't have that at all in our QB room. I'm not like Kenny's probably not even close to that. But we need more than 20 points, man.
We need more than
And
13.
It's not just putting the points up, it's possessing the ball, you know what I mean? And you do that by running the ball, and this O-line is not going to help that. Do you see improvement at all in the O-line from the preseason?
No, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Well, it couldn't get much worse than that Jacksonville Week 2
I
preseason
think I
game.
saw some improvement because there wasn't as many sacks.
I
but
think the main thing that led to the improvement was just Dotson being in that injury.
Yeah, but even then, he didn't look that great.
I think you give the pass protection a C plus and the running game like a D plus.
Yeah,
It's not satisfactory.
I would be surprised if we don't have a bottom 3 O-line. I would be.
Isn't
really
it
surprised.
bottom 3 in pay? In payroll,
it?
it's like the worst. I
Is
think.
Fuck.
I'm pretty sure. I don't have the numbers with me, but I've seen something like that. That
well, I know
we
Mason
have like the
Cole,
worst
James
paid.
Daniels, and Okorafor all got paid this offseason. But
Well,
maybe not that much.
Okorafor's money doesn't even kick until next year, doesn't it?
I guess if it's just this season, yeah, it's probably the lowest amount then.
Um, it looked a tad bitter. I'm gonna admit that. Um, but even then, it's like sometimes the occasions that Mitch did have time, it looked like he looked scared throwing the ball. A lot of it off his back foot. A lot of it inaccurate, I'd have to say. I know there's one where he just completely missed Pickens. It wasn't even inbounds. It was overthrown. And Pickens had his guy beat like really, really bad. So no, maybe you got to give him more time, more chemistry to develop. But if that's the case, why are we gonna let that happen with Mitch? Just throw Pickens out there and let him get it together. You know what I mean? It's frustrating and what's it called? What's the other word for this? I'm getting impatient, man.
It's one game, Dick.
Yeah, but I know it's like
one game.
when the defense is giving you 5 turnovers, how many points up turnovers do we have for that for the offense?
I think
I
like
don't know, but
10.
A couple field goals.
I guess the thing when it comes to Kenny, if he makes one rookie mistake, we probably lose the game.
That's true. I'll give Mitch credit. He was able to get rid of that ball when he almost took a safety. Remember that play? Bengals guy came out unblocked basically, and Mitch was able to get rid of the ball. I don't think Kenny does that, honestly. I do want to see more confidence in Mitch taking off with the ball. He looked hesitant. He looked a little slow to want to commit to running it. And also some designed runs will be nice. You know what I mean? I don't think we ran many read options. My dogs are barking.
There's no read options.
Yeah. Do you think that'll be effective at all though?
I think anything that's creative will be effective with this offense.
Right. We'll see.
We'll
see.
Like watching the Bengals put Jamar Chase all over the field was like really awesome, whereas Deontay just lined up always outside. He never moved around.
Not just that, just you gotta let him kind of misdirect the defense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, put him in motion at
least. You gotta let, I don't know, a guy like Deontay, Najee's not gonna be himself for at least a couple weeks, and I think he's gonna play. I don't think he's gonna be getting the full load. But you gotta do that with Deontay or use Chase Claypool, but we have to establish them as threats first, and that starts with, pushing the ball over the field, over the top, you know what I mean?
I think honestly we didn't push anything to the middle of the field except for Freiermuth in the overtime.
I gotta admit too, I feel like the one time we did and decided to push the ball was it was in the 2-minute drill, but it was because we recognized that the Bengals jumped off sides and Mitch was willing to like take a downfield pass finally because it was a free play. And what happened? Pat caught the ball and he almost took us to field goal range. But yeah, I think eventually things are gonna open up though. I want to be optimistic, even though it looked terrible. But yeah, let's go with what would our final grades be for the offense or for the defense and coaching, for this game before we get into the Patriots preview.
For Tomlin, I'll give Tomlin an A+. I'll give Canada like a C-, and I'll give Brian Flores an A as well.
Brian Flores is the DC.
He's my DC.
He's my DC.
Go.
I would say the same. I think the offense looked terrible. Like you said, it just wasn't really creative, and like when it was, or like it wasn't as creative as it could have been, as often as it could have been, right? Mike Tomlin, obviously, he managed the game really well. He put us in position to win, right? Like with time management and things like that. Special teams, A+. Fucking Danny Smith.
Danny Smith. Yeah.
Go.
A+ for him too.
Yeah. And then defense, A++, S tier. That was probably one of the most dominant performances I'd ever seen through 3 quarters when we were healthy, right? I think the only time the Bengals ever looked really scary was as soon as TJ went out.
Yeah.
I want to say props to Devin Bush. He did look a little bit better.
Everyone looked good, even Devin Bush, man.
Everyone looked good.
Miles Jack, though, was awesome.
Miles Jack
was awesome. He was all over the fucking field.
And our secondary, they had 4 picks, but I feel like they were going to get tested. The Bengals got some dogs, too. They were going to get tested, and, Cam Sutton was getting picked on. Every time I feel like Cam Sutton will get tested and maybe give up a play, he'd make another play. He'd get a pass deflection. He got a pick. Akella Witherspoon too. These guys playing on the outside, they really had to fucking kick it into overdrive. Even Arthur Millette came in towards the end of the game. He looked good too.
Yeah,
Levi
that's
Wallace looked good too, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, Levi Wallace looked good too. But yeah, I'm gonna give the defense an S tier. All positions. The D line, the linebackers, and then the secondary coaching as well. We came out with an excellent game plan. We were giving Burrow a ton of different looks. This guy was supposed to be, confident and able to just execute. He looked lost at times. He was seeing ghosts. I'm gonna admit it. The offense, I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a C minus. They're passing just because we won the game. It'd be an F if we lost. Honestly, this whole game would be on the offense if we would have lost. Special teams, yeah, A plus again. And overall, Coach Tomlin and the rest of the coaching staff, A's, except for the OC. Give him a C minus too. But yeah, that's gonna segue us into week 2, our home opener against the New England Patriots. What are the initial thoughts? How did the Pats look off week 1? We finally got some I guess, what's it called? Film on them. Some initial thoughts. How are we looking?
the Pats don't look good.
They don't. Yeah, there's like no weapons on offense.
Their offense is
They
garbage.
don't have an OC, don't they? Is
They
it
have
Patricia calling the plays?
Yeah, they have a
Patricia's
defensive
calling-
coordinator.
Yeah, that's just.
You got a second-year quarterback that looked like a game manager in his first year. You lost 20-7, albeit against a team that looked like they have a really good offense.
What spot did they take Mac Jones in?
Then like 15, right?
Fuck, that sucks because you would think someone at 15 would be talented enough to like not be completely relegated to game manager, because I think they're totally like everything about the offense they've put around him or they've made for him is basically game manager.
Well, they haven't given him any weapons.
Right.
I guess that's the problem with defensive coaches. I mean, Pickett's not even playing. At least Mac Jones started off last year.
Yeah.
He
They
beat
gave him
out
somewhat of a-
Cam Newton,
Yeah.
right?
So
Who's better,
But-
Cam Newton or Trubisky?
probably Cam Newton. But at least Kenny will have weapons when he comes in. Mac Jones has nothing. I don't know any receivers that they have.
I can't name one, right?
I think Devontae Parker, but he'd probably be our 4th best receiver.
Who was the highest on like the fantasy boards for the Patriots?
Their running back? He's
They
injured
running
now,
Backs- They have two running backs that are like pretty even.
and now
All right.
one of them.
Our
Ramondre
run defense
Stevenson.
looked improved too. I got to tell you that. Joe
It did,
Mixon,
yeah.
what was he? Was he top 5 last year?
And
At least in rushing yards?
He didn't average more than 3 yards a carry, right? Or
Yeah,
around
we
3
looked
yards.
really good. Run defense looked really good, and the Bengals are supposedly putting so much money into their O line. I didn't see it. You could have told me they put the same amount of money into the O line as we did. But that's just how good our D line is. Larry Ogunjobi also. I'm still talking about this Bengals game because I'm just so excited about it. Larry Ogunjobi looked really good too. I got to give my props
Yeah,
to
he did.
everyone. But yeah, it's gonna come down to how many points our offense could score. I'm pretty sure their defense is good. Would you guys say?
I mean, Tua, Tyreek, Chase Edmonds.
They
dropped
only put
20
up
on them.
20, held them to a couple field goals. I haven't watched the game.
Yeah,
Um,
I think we have more I think we have more offensive weapons than the Dolphins.
than they do.
I
Or
don't know
the
about
Patriots
that.
or Dolphins?
They have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, dude.
I'm thinking they have more proven talent.
And they
We
have
have more talent overall. They have more proven talent, and I'm pretty sure the O line's better.
And their offensive coach is better.
Oh yeah. Why are we comparing the Dolphins? We're talking. We're playing the Patriots.
What are we gonna do against them if that's what the Dolphins did?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm gonna say the QBs are a wash. Mac Jones and Trubisky, right?
I would say so.
I think Mac Jones is better.
Well,
Way
yeah,
better.
but like just
But against our defense,
Overall, both our offenses wash, right?
Yeah, they're not good. Offense as a total, yeah.
And you got to take our defense over them based on how we did.
It's-
But TJ Watt's not playing. I think we have way too many standouts on defense though to let our defense go from elite to average, like a lot of people were saying. Did y'all believe that though? Across media, everyone was saying that our defense goes from elite to average, while we still have Minkah, Miles Jack, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith. I'm throwing names out there at this point. Everyone our secondary. What do y'all think? How much of a drop off is our defense without TJ now?
I think it goes from top 3 to top 10.
Yeah, I mean TJ was averaging more than a sack a game, so yeah, that's like a drive and a half every game.
I thought one of you guys were gonna say like, oh, it goes from top 5 to top 20.
Is everyone else healthy? Then I'm gonna give like the same top 3 to top 10. I mean,
and that's enough to get past the Patriots, I'd say.
Oh yeah, their offense is nothing to be scared of.
I think though, at the end of the day, Bill Belichick has completely owned Mike Tomlin, and it's gonna come down to that. And I like what Mike Tomlin has around him on the defensive side.
Yeah, we got Brian Flores now though.
Yeah, with Brian Flores, I'm pretty sure Brian Flores would love to beat Bill Belichick. How many times did he did that while he was in Miami? Does anyone know?
He did beat him a couple times.
A couple times, right? He was only there for 3 years, right? So I'd say, we'll have the game plan against Mac Jones, assuming he plays. I know he had some concerns with back spasms or something, but he did finish the last game. I'm gonna assume he's playing. But yeah, we talked about this already with our offense and what we want to expect, the expectations. So some suggestions for Matt Canada and how to run the offense here.
You know what we haven't talked about? We haven't talked about how our defensive like coordinator or defensive game planning is basically like almost elite, with Terrell Davis, Brian Flores, and Mike Tomlin all taking
Terrell Austin.
Terrell Austin, Mike Tomlin, and Brian Flores all like contributing to that game plan.
It showed.
Heavily. Like we shut them down.
It's crazy when you invest in good coaching. We should do that on the offensive side.
Yeah, exactly. Matt Canada, it sucks that Matt Patricia and Matt Canada are showcasing, similar tiers of offense.
Yeah.
And one of them's a defensive coordinator. That's pathetic.
The other one has Chase Claypool, Najee Harris, Deontay Johnson, and
Pat
like,
Freiermuth.
I don't know. Do you want to give credit to the Bengals defense, maybe though, or what do you think?
I mean, they're a Super Bowl defense.
Their really defense, their defense is above average. I mean, going into their stadium too, I'm pretty sure a quarterback like Mitch Trubisky was shaking a little bit.
They have
being
really
on the road, and that's his first AFC North football, or at least being in the division. Who knows, man? Maybe it's gonna be different against the Patriots. At the same time, too, I won't count out Bill Belichick and their scheme.
No, not at all.
Against our offense. Yeah. Other than that, I really do think it's just gonna come down to what defense shuts out the other offense. It's gonna be low scoring. Do we want to get into our predictions yet, or do we have any other takes on this?
We can predict.
I'm good. I'm feeling a strong.
Wait. I want Chewy to read me the odds first. I want to hear the odds before I come up with my prediction.
The Patriots are actually favored by 1 on the road in Pittsburgh. So the over-under is actually 40 points, so obviously low scoring. I would take that under.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm taking that under for sure. The under across the board, right? All right, let's get into predictions. Now that I hear the odds, the odds were right last week. So
yeah. So
what was it? The Bengals -7 last week.
6.5, I think.
6.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go top to bottom here. Chewy first.
All right, so I'm gonna go Steelers 17, Patriots 13.
Oof.
Oh fuck. Okay. Damn, that was gonna be mine. I'm thinking 20 to 13.
Yeah, 13.
I don't see us completely like shutting them out to the point where they can't get at least a couple field goals in.
Okay. So Chewy has us by 4. You have us by 3.
7.
7. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the defense will give us enough short fields to score a good amount of field goals.
We beat the Patriots the last time they came into Pittsburgh in 2018 with a score of, what was it, 14-10?
Totally relevant.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Give me that same score, 14-10.
Fuck.
Oh no, was it 17-10? I think it was 17-10 actually. Let me pull this up.
Oh my! You don't
Either
even know
way,
that.
give me the same score.
17-10, yeah. December 16th. that's so long ago.
Give me the same score. 17-10.
What was that here, or was that
was
here? Was that in Pittsburgh or New England?
That was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
No, the last time I played the Patriots in New England, it was in New England, and we fucking lost 33-3.
Fuck.
Was that the game before Ben got hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Also,
it's been that long since we played the Patriots. It's been a couple years since we played the Patriots.
Because we both kind of fell off since that time.
Yeah.
They lost Brady.
Give me 17-10. Yeah, I guess we're all taking the under, right?
All under, all Steelers.
Are y'all predicting overtime or regulation?
Regulation.
I'm getting regulation. I doubt we play another overtime.
I hope not.
My heart can't take it.
I'm hoping like we just give up a last second touchdown to make the score from 17-6 to 17-13.
That way you have some room to breathe, huh?
Yeah, nothing crazy.
All right. Let's get into some predictions for the game now. Overall, just individual stuff like that. Junior, take it away.
I'm thinking. I think we get another defensive touchdown. I really do.
That is hot.
I know.
Who scores it though?
Yeah, who scores it?
Who scores your touchdown?
Oh, okay. I think it's gonna be surprise. I think it's gonna be Sutton.
Ah, shit.
So on pick six or a scoop and score?
I think Sutton pick six. I think Mac Jones gonna fuck up Mr. Game Manager.
All right, should we read one?
It's gonna be a tipped pass.
Tip
pass by who? Hayward?
Tip pass.
At the line?
I'm thinking more like it hits a wide
secondary?
receiver like 15 yards out, and then it gets tipped, and then Sutton comes up.
All right. Should we read one? What you got for me?
I'm gonna say that Najee has a nice game, averages 3.5 yards per carry, and we're all happy about that.
3.5 yards per carry. That's a nice game for Najee.
With 2 touchdowns though. 2 touchdowns for Najee.
You think Najee is able to play to, I guess, his standard and be able to carry the full load like he did last year, or you think he's gonna take a little bit of getting adjusted and Jaylen Warren's gonna split with him?
I hope he could play, man. I don't think Jaylen Warren is that good. He's like a really nice guy to have. You like that kind of player on your team, but I don't really want to see him out there.
We need Najee out there if we want to win games. I'm skeptical on the amount of time Najee will play. I really am. I really do think that with us playing 2 games back to back, I can't see past lunch here, but I really do hope we kind of limit him and load manage him. But I do think he's gonna get some time out there, and I think he's gonna score a touchdown too. I think this guy just won't be denied. He's that type of player. All right.
Something I don't understand is a lot of fantasy guys are getting really hyped up about Warren. I don't get it though. I don't think he's that good.
Fantasy people are hyping up Jaylen Warren, our backup running back.
It's because I think Najee's gonna get hurt.
Oh, behind our line though.
Exactly.
I think Najee's the only person that'll work behind our line.
It's making me question all the Reddit analysts because those guys are. that's one of the dumbest takes I've ever seen. Like even if Najee's hurt for a month, there's no way Warren's that good.
The talent's just not there, unfortunately.
I see that.
He's not. The talent's not there. The line isn't that good. Like there's nothing about it that like says he should be able to pick up the slack in any remote way.
He's not really a pass catcher either.
Right.
Yeah.
Jaylen Warren's 5'8".
Yeah.
I mean, he did. Hey, did you all see though? He laid the blow on a couple guys blitzing in overtime.
That was awesome.
But yeah, I mean, that's. I think that's just the most you want to get out of him though. Pass protection, because that'll really help us out. But yeah, I don't want this guy getting more than 10 carries a game. This is just to spell Najee. Najee needs a breather. I don't want him out there on 3rd down. I don't want him, getting the ball on a 2nd and 1, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Unless our line's just killing people, then I'd hand them the ball off.
Exactly. I mean, not running backs. They don't play the whole game. Like
No.
they need. People do. A lot of teams do running back by committee. I want us running back by half committee. Whenever Najee needs a breather, we have a guy to step in that's better than Benny Snell, and that's all we need. But for my prediction, my bold, red hot prediction for this game, Alex Highsmith is gonna have as many sacks as he did last week. Another 3. He's gonna take over for TJ. And he's gonna set the tone on the defense. I think he's gonna have another good game. 3 sacks.
I would take that. He looked amazing.
He looked really good.
He looked like he took a step down. Hey, keep in mind, he didn't play at all this preseason. He had a little nagging injury in training camp.
Do you know if
so that's good to see?
Does anyone know if the Bengals had a new left tackle at all, or was that the old one?
Cam Hayward was lined up against a rookie
left guard.
Their
right tackle was from the Cowboys, I think.
Oh shit.
TJ plays our left side, their right side.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering. Like, did Alex Highsmith have a good game against some talent, or was it just some like random?
No, I think their left tackle because it was who was only from Alabama.
Oh shit!
Like 3 years ago. The year before they got Burrow, they drafted a left tackle in the first round from Bama.
So he's the guy that's still there.
Yeah, I think so.
The lone survivor from the rebuild of their O-line. So Highsmith went against their,
I mean, usually your best guy is your left
guy.
tackle.
Right. Ours is Dan Moore.
No.
Fuck.
But yeah, man, I'm ready. Nothing like playing the Patriots. You know what I mean? I really hope these guys recognize how much of a beating we've taken from these guys. I don't care if Tom Brady's not their quarterback anymore. We'll get that in a few weeks later down the road. But let's take advantage of our home crowd being what am I going with this? Let's take advantage of our home opener here, and let's start off 2-0 now. Let's take the Patriots. I'm excited for this game. Any other remarks, guys?
No, I just think 2-0 would be an amazing start. I think we definitely have a better shot than what the spread says.
Yeah, I don't really understand that spread at all.
Maybe it's an old one. They're working off of Najee's out or something, and it's tough to say.
I don't know.
Maybe they think.
I think they just TJ's takes us from elite to average, guys. That's what it is. And I don't think so. I think we got way too many guys. Hey, book it right now. Minkah Defensive Player of the Year. How about that?
14 tackles, a pick 6, block, field goal.
He is gonna make a case. It's gonna be interesting now that TJ's gonna miss about 6 games. We'll get into that actually. I like that we waited a little bit so that the more official news will come out. TJ tweeted out himself, "I'll be back" with the Terminator gif. He's gonna miss about 6 weeks, and this is a fun little game we get to play here. What's gonna be our record in those 6 weeks? We got the Patriots, the Browns, Thursday Night Football in Cleveland. We got the Jets coming to Pittsburgh. We go to Buffalo. Then we got the Bucks at home, and then we have Miami on the road. Those are our 6 games without TJ. What's it gonna be? Since this is gonna change what our predictions were on the show last week.
Let me pull that up. Steelers.
I think it'll be between 3-4 and 4-3.
Oh, our end record after that.
Wait, okay. So what's the last game we have without him?
Yeah, that's my record.
Assuming
after
the Miami game.
Okay.
After the Miami game, I think we'll be 3-4 or 4-3.
2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1.
This changes my Bucks prediction. I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
me too. I think. Fuck. Yeah, I think we lose to the Bucks and we end up 4-2, and then I want to say we beat the Dolphins and we end up 5-2 just because Brian Flores and Minkah. But then again, I think Minkah's vendetta is with Brian Flores, so who knows if that.
Oh no, they're getting along real good.
I think we'll lose to the Bills and the Buccaneers for sure.
Oh, yeah, I think this just changes my Bucks prediction, and I think we're 5-2 at the end of it.
I think we're 5-2.
Also 4-3.
So we're going 4-2 without TJ.
What's gonna be crazy is if we go 5-2, that's like assuming we go fucking 4-0 to start the season.
That's crazy, right? And but that didn't seem so far fetched in the beginning when we were like, oh, if we could get past the Bengals here, or even then we were predicting, we could go 3-1 to start off this season. And honestly, I just think that Browns game is going to be the most difficult one, and they struggled to beat Carolina. They needed a last-second field goal. Carolina had the 6th pick this past year.
Yeah.
Um,
The Browns put up a lot of points, all right. That's kind
Yeah,
of
they
scary.
did. Oh yeah, Kareem Hunt's a
with
beast.
Jacoby Brissett. I think our run defense does a lot better job. I think if anything too, our run defense only stepped up those 2 Browns games just because how much we were in it because of the wild card loss from the year before that. And I think we take away the running game just like we did for Baker Mayfield last year. Take away Jacoby Brissett's running game, make him have to make plays. They're not gonna do it, you know. And that's how we're gonna be 5-2 by the time we get TJ back for that Eagles game. And I think that's gonna change my prediction for the Eagles game too.
The Eagles put up a lot of points this weekend, man.
Who they play?
The Lions. They have some guys. They have the best offensive line in the league, probably.
The Eagles?
That should be a nice test.
Fuck.
Before the bye week too.
They have such a good run game.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. You know. Yeah, eyes on the Patriots and Mac Jones. That'll do it for us though, guys. Unless you have anything else to say.
No, I'm feeling good.
All right. Peace out.